All right, guys, so I'm going to explain here 1A from pre-intermediate level, and the book is English File. So this is a grammar bank, unit 1, and the 1A section, this is about word order in questions. Okay, let's get started. So here, word order in questions, how to make questions, how to put the words in the right order if I want to make questions. And as you can see, they divided this into two parts. The first part is questions with be and can, and then the second part is questions with do, does, did. And the biggest difference to know is that when we have be or can in our sentences, and if I want to make question from them, I'm not gonna use do or does or did. This is what we should know first, guys. Yeah. So again, in my sentence, if there are am, is, are, or can, we're not going to use do, does, did to make questions. For example, look, are you hungry? Are you hungry? The real word, the sentence of this is I am hungry, for example. You see, guys? You see, the sentence is I am hungry. I am hungry. So we have got here am, or I can play. So in this sentence, we have got can. So if I want to make question from them, I'm not going to get the help from do or does. So the first thing that we should know is if there is be or can in our sentence, and if I want to make question from them, we're not going to use do, does, did. For example, I am hungry. I am hungry. Or I can play football. You see, guys, in these sentences, we have got am, which is be, and then can, which is can. So if I want to make question, it will be, are you hungry? So I'm going to put the are at the beginning, and then you, which is the subject, and then hungry. See, are you hungry? If I want to make question with I can play football, you can say, can I play football? If I want, can I play football? Or we can also say, can you play football? Okay. So we've got can or am, is, are, was, where, which are be. You know, they are the forms of be. We're not going to do and does. Right. Another way of explaining is because we have got here subject. No. Another way of explaining here is that we don't have something called infinitive. Something called infinitive. Look at that. We don't have this in be and can part. I mean, if you go through it here, we don't have infinitive. So when we don't have infinitive, then we should rely on be. And if we've got can in our sentence, we should use can, guys. Are you hungry? Is there a bank near here? Can I sit here? And obviously the question words, WH questions, all the time we will put at the very beginning if I want to use it. Even the second section also, look, you're going to put the question words first. And then because we have got infinitives here, look, live, have, work, start, talk, they are infinitive. Or we can also use like verb one, that means the first form of a verb. It's a dictionary word. We say like it's a root verb. The root verb, this infinitive. So when we have got these verbs, main verbs, live, have, work, etc., then we're gonna use something called auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs, they are help. Auxiliary, it means help. Helping verbs. Helping for what? To make grammar structures, to make questions. That's why if I don't have the question word, I start with do, did, does. And then I put the subject. I put the subject. Do you? Or did you? Or does your sister? Your sister is she. So if it's she or he or it, we use does, obviously. And then after that, we put the infinitive, like do you live with your parents? Did you have a holiday last year? And if I want to use the question word here, always comes at first. Where does your sister work? When did you start English? What did they talk about? And so on. Right? So again, here they're explaining she is a teacher. So to make the question, because we have got be here is it has to come before the subject. Is she a teacher? He can drive. Can comes before the subject. Can he drive? Right. As I said, if it's infinitive, we're going to use do, does, did. If you would like to remember, try to remember the formula, because some students, they like to remember it through formulas. So here they're giving you formula of how to do it for the second part. So you can memorize like ASI if you want. This without question word. So A stands for auxiliary, S stands for subject, and I stands for infinitive. So ASI, you can say ASI maybe. And quasi, this is a question word, auxiliary, subject, and infinitive. This is another way of learning it. So that's it. Now, in this way, we've completed 1A. And the next video, we'll continue with 1B. So thanks for your time, guys. Yeah. See you again. Bye-bye.